100 foods to eat before you die. I've been traveling and eating all around the world, and here are the 100 foods you need to eat before you die. And these are in no particular order, so add them to your food bucket list. Number 59, Arawak's Rest Stop. Hey guys, Mike Cheng here outside of Montego Bay. My friend Des and I, you're showing me a local traditional Jamaican breakfast.
Yes, and we're showing you the preparation process, what they do in order to get the food ready, the food prep, the authentic style.
And I see it's just burning wood. It's no propane, nothing like that.
Right.
About a dozen pots are being boiled with water.
And this is the way that people usually prepared food before they had the propane tanks. And this type of food, boiled food, is a popular thing in the morning time that people would consume because it really fills you up. Great for people who do farming, maybe construction work these days. From those times, it was still something that people would like to consume in the morning because it's heavy, it holds you.
It smells really good though.
Right. And Jamaican breakfast is almost like lunch or dinner. It depends on what time of day you want to eat it. Right, it's very filling.
All right, that's my type of breakfast. All right, let's see. The water has boiled. The chef is adding dish by dish into these ginormous pots, and they are looking delicious. I just saw chicken curry go in, some turkey neck, stewed pork. This is gonna be my first time having breadfruit, and they just lay it right on top of the wood fire between the pots. So breakfast is almost done cooking, and they are switching right away to cooking lunch. Basically, breakfast gets cooked, everybody eats it, it sells out in a matter of a couple hours, and then it's lunchtime. I've been watching them cook for over an hour. Finally, everything is ready. Got my 2 plates of food, pretty much a little bit of everything on the menu. To say I am so much anticipating this and feeling so excited and hungry would just be the most ultimate understatement. So I got pretty much a little bit of everything in this box. I got some cow foot, some stewed pork, stewed chicken. Oh my gosh, the fish. Deep fried first till it's perfectly crispy on the outside. Then it's stewed in some sort of brown gravy. There's steamed vegetables, here called pak choy. There's curry chicken. And on the other plate, there is the roasted breadfruit. That's what I wanted to try the most. There's pumpkin, green bananas, boiled dumpling, there's sweet potatoes, there's yams. There's also a fried dumpling. Let's start with the cow foot. This is super, super tender and gelatinous-y looking. And look at this thing just jiggle around. That's so good. Beans, vegetables, and I love these little parts with the marrow inside. Look at that. It's gonna be some scrumptious beef butter. Oh, that's just the best part. Just being able to watch this cooking process is so interesting because most of the food is stewed with so much seasoning. The degree of sophistication when it comes to putting all the flavors together, incorporating so many different spices and vegetables, making it taste the way it does, it's a pure art. Of course, nobody using measure cups or anything like that. Everyone just knows this. Everyone's pretty much, well, cooking from the heart. I love the use of lantern peppers here in Jamaica. It pretty much goes in everything. So you taste that beautiful heat and that smokiness too. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that cow foot is bomb. Chase it with some breadfruit. Tastes like a steamed bun, like a mix between a steamed bun and maybe a taro. This definitely is something you should dunk into the brown gravy. Let it soak up all that delicious flavor. Wow. Oh, this cow foot is so gelatinous-y and all that flavor is just infused into every single piece of meat. And every single dish has different flavors. Every single dish has its own unique flavors and spices. All the vegetables are fresh. There's tons of herbs that goes into it. Like I said, I see a lot of thyme. Well, not just thyme, but you know, thyme goes into the dishes as well. Curry chicken. I love the curry chicken. The curry is fragrant. It leaves a gentle, stinging heat on the tip of your tongue. It's juicy. Again, I'm just going back between the two boxes. Take some of my breadfruit or sweet potatoes, dumpling, dunking it into the gravy. Because you do not want to waste a single drop of that gravy. Fish. Oh, that's good. Superb texture. You can see the color of the fish reflecting all that delicious brown gravy. Chase it with some of my yellow yam. That actually goes so good with this gravy. It's like this whole box here, the food is starchy, so it's a perfect complement to all this flavor and sauce. First time biting into a Jamaican dumpling. Wow. This is a dense dumpling. This thing will definitely do a lot to fill you up in the morning. And just dunk that into your gravy. Again, the amount of flavor that's in every single bite just sends a little tremor all the way from your taste buds down your spine. My stewed pork is my favorite so far. There's such a good amount of fat that goes along with the lean pork. Spicy, it's smoky. You're getting that hint of smoke with pretty much every single food item. That's the result of the wood fire. It tastes a bit like collard greens, a slight bitterness to it. It's not just simple food stewed together with just some very essential ingredients. I mean, really, so much ingredients, flavors, so many different types of spices and seasoning is used to cook every item, and they all taste uniquely different and delicious. My fried dumpling, dunk that into the gravy. Fried version is much more absorbent. It's more airy. So you get way more gravy soaked up in this. Oh, that's so awesome. Also, I never had this before, but this is Jamaican ketchup. So people put this on pretty much everything. I'm just gonna squeeze a little bit, taste this. Take some pork, dip it into that. The ketchup is, it tastes fruitier. I think a little more sweet than the US ketchup. Definitely more tart. It's almost like a marriage between a sweet and sour sauce and a ketchup. That goes really well with the meat. They brought over some hot sauce. So the recommendation is hot sauce with the ketchup. Wait, I gotta balance this out here. Now I have too much ketchup, now I have too much hot sauce. Then dunk your meat in. That's the way to do it. A little more heat with the meat, plus that nice sweet tartness. Also, another thing I love about Jamaican breakfast, again, like I don't like the typical eggs and bacon in a pancake. I love a hearty breakfast. I love my breakfast with a ton of meat and carbs and saucy and spicy and everything in between. This is all that and more. So to me, this country definitely does breakfast right. Coconut from Bianca's farm. Well, that's refreshing.
Natural dessert.
Actually, I never had guava like this before. I think the only guava I had before this was like sliced up at a buffet, usually. Nothing fresh like this. Such a great experience. Like everyone I met is just unbelievably friendly. This is Bianca. She's the owner of this establishment. Love the food. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
Everything is beautiful.
Thank
you. Another thing I love about Jamaica, there's fruit trees everywhere. So this is a guava tree right here, and Bianca's getting me a guava. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you got that. Fresh guava off a tree. Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And you have a coconut farm too.
Yeah.
Totally forgot. There's a soup as well. This soup is cooked with chicken neck and chicken foot. So there's a chicken foot. It's a pumpkin soup. Ah, so freaking good. Definitely taste that pumpkin. Added to the most ridiculously delicious bowl of chicken soup. It's rich. It's borderline creamy. And there's dumplings and yams and carrots in here as well. Daz, you just eat at home every morning.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
And you eat similar to this.
Yeah, exactly. And that holds me for the whole day.
Wow. Very delicious, very fulfilling meal. Final meal today, we're in downtown Montego Bay at KFC. The best tasting KFC in the world is here in Jamaica because Jamaica KFC uses local chicken, utilizes a lot of local Jamaican spices. But the only problem is, it's really popular. I mean, look at this drive-through. It just wraps around the corner. Inside's even more people. So we're actually gonna go do the drive-through because it's actually quicker. And then I'll just eat it back at home. Finally got my KFC. Waited in line for about an hour. We were inside. That line would have been much longer than that. This KFC really didn't have much. The only thing they had was the chicken. I tried to ask for dessert. That was sold out. The sides were gone. This might not look the prettiest. I got a 3-piece, and what you can do is get a 3-piece combo. Came with fries, and they have 3 different types of chicken at KFC here in Jamaica. They have the original recipe, the spicy, and barbecue chicken. Yeah, it's better. I think that one's actually the spicy chicken. It's really good. The flavor of the chicken is better. There's definitely a lot of different spices in here. The spice kicks in maybe 3 seconds after you start chewing this piece. It's just a far more delicious piece of chicken than at your typical KFC. The heat is really nice in this chicken. I think the heat, if I'm correct, is coming from local bonnet peppers. This is an amazing piece of fried chicken. This next piece, I think this is the original recipe. There's definitely a lot of spices on this chicken. I know the Colonel has 11 herbs and spices. This looks like it has more. Yeah, this is the original recipe. And if the Jamaican KFC met the US KFC in an alley, the US KFC be giving up its lunch money. All of it, for the next 10 years. It's so much better than the US KFC by a ginormous mile. Oh my gosh. Has so many different spices. Definitely way more than the Colonel's original 11. You can taste a little heat. There's a bit of numminess here, like a slight hint of mala. And overall, it's just way more flavorful. The chicken is so juicy. The skin has a delightful crunch. The spices you're looking at, they make such a huge difference on this chicken. This is night and day compared to US KFC. And I've been to a lot of KFCs around the world. I never really noticed a difference in flavor in terms of the original recipe until now. I mean, it's a significant difference. This is an OMG wow. And you know what? That ketchup's better too. This is the barbecue chicken. Ridiculous. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I don't think I've ever had barbecue chicken at KFC, so I really don't know what to compare this to, but just overall flavor. The sauce has a hint of sweetness, it's smoky. It's not overly sweet. It has more of a umami flair to it. The flavor is so deep and rich. This is the first time in my life I didn't want a KFC meal to ever end. Oh, I got one more sandwich. I got a zinger sandwich with a hot chicken inside. Cheese, tomatoes, lettuce on a sesame bun. It's a good sandwich, but the first time in my fried chicken eating life, the hot chicken wasn't the best chicken. I mean, this is good. Hot chicken is delicious. The original recipe chicken is mind-blowing. That barbecue chicken as well. I think those might be tied with the original recipe having a slight edge. Now I 100% understand why when Jamaicans go back to the US, they bring their relatives and friends Jamaican KFC. This is definitely worth a 1-hour wait in line. I mean, it is masterful. I never said this about KFC. I never said this about the Colonel, but good Lord, Jamaica KFC, best KFC on this planet, 100%. I've had pretty much KFC there every single country I've been to. Nothing compares in pure flavor to this. Anyway, today was such an amazing, fun food day. I love Jamaica. I love its people. I say this so many times. Everyone I met is just incredibly friendly. Bianca's breakfast place was nothing I've ever seen before. Just being able to witness the cooking process and finally being able to taste the food was such a delightful experience. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again, see you later.